Are we live?
We're live.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Yeah, say hi.
We're just discussing some of the bracket information as far as our forgotten attractions in the Central Florida area, which you can enter now.
Yes, you can enter now.
I'm looking at how things are going.
You're checking out some of the results. When I did it on mobile, it was a little clunky for me the first time.
Well, that's your buddy. That's your buddy right there.
It's Zucker. Oh, that's right. So if you try it on mobile and you're coming from like social media, it's a little clunky. It's better to go via the URL if you can, which I think if you just click on the top and you say, open in Safari or Chrome or whatever, then it plays a little nicer. And when my wife went to look at it, she didn't realize it was there was a contest involved too. She's like, "Why does it want me to log in?" I'm like, "Well, you got to log in because you might win something." Well,
Correct.
She can't win it because we're giving away the prize. But
I'm the only employee right now, so I'm the only one that can't win.
I started entering all the contests.
Exactly, yeah. You guys are eligible.
Oftentimes,
it would just look really bad.
You'll see something like, "Why are you collecting my information?" Because that's how I am. I'm like, I don't want to put my information in here, but it's only for the prizing portion. There's nothing else.
Correct.
I don't think. Yeah. So.
And we want you to follow us on social medias too. That's why I also put those buttons in there.
Oh yeah, you can do that as well. Do all those things. All right, you guys ready to start the show?
Yeah.
Are you sure we can't talk about the prize yet?
No, I know for a fact they're still in.
All right, one more week, then we can talk about the prize.
One more week, yes.
Okay, one more week.
No, we could talk about the prize on Monday. I'm pretty sure we could talk about the prize tomorrow, but
yeah.
Okay, well, not today. All right. Anyway, let's go. Coming down in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Theme Park Podcast. It is Dickerman along with Jimmy D.
Good morning, Dickerman and Scotty Too Hottie.
Scott Harris here as well.
What's going on, guys?
There's a tremendous amount of news. Top of mind is both Jimmy and I have new shirts on.
Yes. Did you notice, Scott?
I feel like I've seen Jimmy in this shirt before.
Well, you couldn't have because I got a Cast Connection.
I just
2 days ago.
Yeah.
I just feel like every time I see that shirt, I just assume you have it.
Jimmy cursed me when I found it because Jimmy had an armful of stuff that he had to get for various people, not for himself.
Yeah, I almost walked out of Cast Connection without buying a single thing for myself until D-Man over here comes, "Hey, man, what about this shirt?" I'm like, "Oh, I actually was eyeballing that shirt. And how much? $7.99?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I was in the same boat, actually. I don't think I had any shirts for myself till the very end. I had something. I had gotten the Doug mug from my wife, and then I saw this shirt.
For your wife.
Okay, yeah, I guess it was for me. Then I saw this shirt. But we'll talk more about our Cast Connection experience in the second
Post-show,
podcast.
yes.
Yeah, post-show podcast exclusive for the themeparkpodcast.com. Right now, we do have to get some real news because there was some gigantic news this week. What do you think, Scott Harris? Because one's newer, the other might be bigger, maybe? I don't know.
Well, one's epic, and the other one's fresh.
As soon as I saw the headline of this story, I was like, somewhere Scott's head is exploding into candy right now.
Because both these things happened.
Yeah.
The return of Epic Universe, we thought it might not happen, as well as the return of Halloween Horror Nights, which let's start with Halloween Horror Nights because that is the freshest of news. What are the details here? Because this literally just came down.
Yeah, so they announced, Universal announced Halloween Horror Nights 30. So we're still it's going to be called 30 because 2020 never happened.
2020 is gone from the history books.
And the number 30 is just too big and too perfect. You got to celebrate that number.
Yeah.
It's got a tagline, "Never go alone."
Okay.
And they made the big announcement, the Beetlejuice house is back.
So Beetlejuice House, which was going to be that was the main attraction for this year, right?
Yes.
Well, for 2020, it was supposed to be the main attraction. That was going to be the anchor.
It was the tribute store.
Right.
Yeah.
So they announced that it's going to be September 3rd through Halloween, October 31st.
That's a lot of nights.
We're like
42 nights.
We're dead in the summer in September. It's like still 170 degrees outside. Halloween, baby.
Halloween is back. And looks like people are kind of parsing through, probably going to get about 10 houses.
So do you think as they start planning this, because obviously they tried for 2020, it wasn't a realistic thing to do with the pandemic and social distancing and the way the houses are. Do you think they have come up with a formula they feel is going to be safe, or do you think it's like we believe the vaccine is going to be so prevalent come September that it's not going to be as much of a concern?
I think they're just fingers crossed that everything is better by the time we get to September.
Please.
I bet you they have it set up to where they're prepared to go full COVID if they have to, but they're probably building in something that if they can, they'll scale back those things. Like maybe bring down the plexi. Maybe they can ease up on the characters not having to wear a mask. Things of that nature.
Okay.
But it looks like it's a Beetlejuice house, and then there was the Puppet Theater. So that was another house that was talked about that never happened. So that one's probably going to happen. Remember, a lot of these houses were built in some cases.
Well, which ones were the ones you went to? I know you went to Beetlejuice. What was the other one?
There was the Frankenstein, there was the Bride of Frankenstein house, and then there was the Tooth Fairy house.
So do you think they'll bring both those back since they were done and built and finished?
I don't know.
It seems wasteful not to. I feel like they almost have to because the work is in.
And the work is in. They have all the props. They have all the pieces. Why not use it again?
And they're looking to save money. Let's be honest.
But it makes you wonder.
I didn't get to enjoy them yet, so I would like to see them.
But the reason why I'm a little hesitant of seeing that happen, Beetlejuice existed for 2 days. Those other houses existed for 6 weeks. So a lot of people did have a chance to do them.
Yeah, true. But the parks were still limited. Capacity was still limited. There still wasn't a ton of people going back at that time. So it's a question mark. I feel like in their financial situation, it makes sense to just bring those houses back and just put those Lego pieces back together again because it's already been pre-built.
I'm just trying to figure out what other things that they could do because we haven't had any new movies come out.
Yeah, I mean, the new Godzilla versus King Kong is coming to HBO Max, right?
End of March.
And
That's Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I don't know if that would,
I mean, as a fan of giant monster movies, I would love that. I don't know how you pull off a giant monster movie as a Halloween Horror Nights house.
I mean, we have Skull Island, so that's kind of where my head went, but I don't know how you go for that for a house. That might be a little difficult.
But I've been trying to look through what horror movies have we had? We haven't really had anything lately.
And but movies come out and we don't notice they come out. They just come and boop.
I pay attention.
Quick tangent for you guys. Do you think they'd update any part of Skull Island's ride to include Godzilla?
I don't know because it's a weird rights thing between Kong is one thing. Kong, I believe, is a Universal property, and then Godzilla is a legendary property. And they figured out a way for this movie to have the both of them work together, but that would be the only holdup between the two of them. But I'm looking through the list of American films of 2021. We do get a zombie movie this year. Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder's new zombie movie going straight to Netflix.
Okay.
Speaking of Netflix, don't we get Stranger Things 4?
Yes.
Did they finish that? Is that
No, they're filming it right now.
Oh, they're still going though.
Yes.
But,
so we should be getting it this year.
We could see a Stranger Things house again.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to come out July this year?
No.
Because I thought it was a 4th of July theme to this particular...
It was, but then COVID happened, and when you have to shift back filming and stuff. But there's a new Saw movie, Spiral. It's the Chris Rock, Sam Jackson one. A Quiet Place 2. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, because there have been bugles out since April of last year with The Quiet Place 2 getting ready for the release of that movie.
But how cool would a silent house be?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
I need the noise to cover up my gas.
Yeah, I don't know. That is a question for creative. If they could pull off a silent house. If you could pull off.
Well, I was going to say because there's also Don't Breathe 2, which is another one to be quiet.
Another silent house. Yeah.
But hear about this. There's a new Resident Evil movie coming out this year.
I'd love another Resident Evil house. I didn't feel like the first one. I
didn't even know they did a first Resident Evil house.
They did, and it didn't. I didn't love it. I love the Resident Evil games. I really liked the first few movies too, but I didn't love the house. Something about the house didn't connect with me.
There's a spot in the house in the original one where it had a game pause.
Oh,
the character was frozen in the air and it said pause on it. It was really well done. That part you had to like.
Yeah, I might, and the problem with that, I think I only got to do that house once that year, and sometimes you miss a lot of stuff, and if you mistime it, you don't get it. Because I've gone through houses once and be like, it was okay. Then I go through it again. I'm like, that was amazing. How did I like that better the first time?
All right, how about this next slew of movies? Halloween Kills, the next in the reboot of Halloween movies.
Oh, you could definitely do a Halloween house again.
So is this within the Rob Zombie
No,
version?
This is not. This is the Danny McBride where they're ignoring everything after Halloween 1. So this is one where Jamie Lee Curtis comes back.
Gotcha.
There's that movie Antlers, which looks really creepy.
Okay,
where there's some creature. It hasn't come out yet. It comes out in October.
Trailers, sorry.
Or there's the new Ghostbusters movie.
Oh, yeah, well... Wait, we had a Ghostbusters house 2 years ago, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was one of the best houses ever. We had
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah, I got yelled at
Yeah,
I told you to
because
push
of
the button.
him.
Yeah, push the button. Hey, that button works. Remember, we did it. Yeah.
So, but there's Ghostbusters Afterlife, and that's the one that will have Bill Murray, Sigourney Weaver, Dan Aykroyd, the tall kid from Stranger Things who's like 1,000,000 feet tall now. Paul Rudd is in it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's a great partnership for Universal and the studios because it not only is a great project for the houses, but it also promotes the films at the same time.
And then this is the one that I feel a no-brainer. There's the Candyman reboot.
Oh yeah, Candyman would be a great house. I'd love a Candyman house. That'd be awesome.
Can you keep the plexiglass up for that one? I don't want to get stung by a bee.
Yeah. Well, years ago, like in the original incarnations of Halloween Horror Nights, they would have somebody in a glass coffin with rats.
I remember that, yeah.
I wouldn't mind a guy like in a bee suit. Like, how about a guy in a bee suit?
The guy from WandaVision?
I don't know. Could you pull it off? No, not the suit. I'm talking about the suit of actual bees.
Oh.
Like Bryan Cranston did in Malcolm in the Middle. You ever seen that?
Yes.
I've seen people like.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying they convinced they played a game on that show apparently to convince what can we convince Bryan Cranston to do, and one of the things was to wear a suit of bees. He was a madman on that show apparently. He would do anything. But yeah, a guy in a suit of bees like inside a plexiglass box. I don't know if the legal would have trouble with that. They probably would.
But yeah, there's a bunch of movies that they could totally tap into to try to round things out, or just have Rob Zombie do another house. He's done what, 2 now?
Yeah. What if we?
Or there was always the Billie Eilish rumored one. Which I know we've heard differing things about whether or not that was a legit thing. She just had a documentary drop.
Yeah, it's like an Apple TV Plus or something like that. Yeah.
And I believe she's doing the song for the upcoming Bond movie.
Yeah.
Whenever that comes out.
I think I did hear that. Yeah.
So there's still a demand for her stuff.
What if we lobbed out a pandemic house? Was that
No.
I lived that house for
no?
12 months. I'm good.
We're just going to call the house 2020?
Yeah. Just get Gwyneth
It's
Paltrow.
just a mirror.
It was what? Gwyneth Paltrow and Matt Damon, right?
Have you ever
Contagion.
Have you ever looked at the cast of that movie, by the way?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
It's like a murderer's row in that movie.
And she was only in it for a little while.
Same with Matt Damon was only in it for a hot minute.
Everybody watched that movie after the pandemic started, and it's eerily correct. It's like, man, you guys do a little too much when you made this movie.
Lawrence Fishburne, Jude Law, Kate Winslet, Bryan Cranston.
Oh, man. I don't even remember he was in that. I just watched it like within the last year.
Dimitri Martin was in it, the comedian.
Well, yeah, maybe not a pandemic house then, huh? No Contagion house?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Probably not. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We've done that before, right?
How about a house where you're in it and we just get to throw tomatoes at you?
We could do that in the Barney area where they shoot the balls but put tomatoes in the ball shooting thing.
They took the sign down for Barney. I mean, it's done. So.
Oh, that was Curious George. I'm sorry. I said Barney. It was Curious George. Is that still up?
It is still up, but that area is closed.
Wow.
Yeah,
there's a lot of touching going on in that area.
Yeah, that's a super spreader event if I've ever heard of one.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, so very excited to hear about the return of Halloween Horror Nights. Good to hear that's back because that was an iconic event we missed last year, although they did sprinkle in a little bit for you.
Thank you to Andrew for helping me be able to do the Beetlejuice house.
But, yes, thank you, Andrew. But the other gigantic news this week, once again, with Universal. Epic Universe. We thought this thing was possibly dead.
Dead in the water.
I mean, that was a real consideration.
I never believed it for a second.
No, you thought it was, you never thought it was going to go?
But, yeah, on Wednesday, they announced back on work immediately.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to, so what's the new time frame they're suggesting
Looks
now?
like 2025.
2025. All right.
Well, it's going to take them some time to ramp up getting construction crews and so basically what happened this week is projects back on. We think financially we're going to be all set to do this. Let's now start hiring people again to do the work.
Yeah, they've Universal has started to recall their seasonal employees.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, that's great to see people going back to work. I think that's fantastic news. I'm sure for a lot of people that are sitting there sweating or having a difficult time. That's great to hear.
Yeah, the quote was, "The restart of construction of Epic Universe is a terrific moment for employees and for our theme park business in Florida. It is our single largest investment in the state and represents our enthusiasm for the spectacular park and the economic opportunities it will generate."
Exciting.
750 acres, double the size of what they currently have.
That's insane. And we're talking Epic Universe. The plan still is Super Mario Land.
Yep.
I think that's going to be the biggest section. Do you think they'll have like one section that's larger than the others?
I don't know if you...
Are you talking about stature or popularity?
I'm talking about like size, actual like size.
like footprint?
Like the footprint, yeah. Like maybe Super Mario Land takes up, a little bit, maybe half the space. And the other places don't take up, quite as much, maybe a quarter each.
I think it would just depend on what they're doing inside of each land. Like, because there was always the Universal Monsters one, but that seems like it was a lot of indoor attractions.
Yeah.
Mario is like half indoor, half outdoor for some of their rides.
Is Fantastic Beasts still on the plate, do they think? Is that still a plan, or are they just going to go Harry Potter?
My guess is it's Harry Potter.
I think that's probably the way to go. I just, the Fantastic Beasts doesn't have that same connection for people.
We'll see how things go with Mads Mikkelsen now playing Grindelwald.
Oh yeah, we had because Johnny Depp's out.
Johnny Depp's out.
I don't think Johnny Depp was the reason why those movies weren't as popular.
No, they didn't have the same. I think it was just there was something stupid. Okay, magic, but there was something magic about
the kids,
and just everything was like it was lightning in a bottle for that series. It really was. I mean,
Scott, what's the spell for lightning in a bottle?
Lumos.
Luminous. No, I think that's just lights. I'm
just turning lights on with that one.
It turns your wand into a
flashlight. It does, yeah.
Oh, I got a flashlight. Wow. Way to use your magic there.
But here's the thing, though. If they do Fantastic Beasts for the house, you guys are going to have to get sorted because it's a different castle. It's a whole different...
That's true.
Yeah.
I might have done it. Did you do it?
I'm a Puxboogie in Ilvermore.
I don't think I did it when you say that. That doesn't sound familiar at all.
Mm-hmm.
Is he speaking Spanish?
I don't know. I don't know what he could be speaking. Anything. I don't know.
Muy bien.
So with the return of Epic Universe, then comes the return of the conversation. How do you think they're going to get people around to the various parks? Do they think they'll have some sort of transportation system?
Permits have been filed. I've got sources on this.
Sources
that they're figuring a way to do a public transit from the city walk of it all to the Epic Universe.
Do you think it's within the roads?
It's one corridor. Like if you look at the map of where Universal is now and where Epic Universe is going to be, it's one road that connects the two of them.
Right.
And
Universal Boulevard.
Exactly. And they will put something along that road.
Could you do I don't want to say monorail, but could you do a monorail sort of a situation? Or like even a train, like a fake Harry Potter train.
No, I want a train. I want the Simpsons train, and I want it to play that monorail song.
Monorail.
Were you sent here by the devil? No good, sir. I'm on the level. Monorail.
Do you think that's a possibility, though?
Monorail.
Yes.
There's a chance they could do something
there's literally a hotel along the way, too.
Yeah, like if you could just jump in, this thing, and it just, instead of having to sit at lights and drive through traffic and park in a parking lot, you park in your place, you get there and you get in the vehicle and transport you there.
I want... Personally, we always joke about the Rainbow Bridge for Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have all played Mario Brothers before, right?
Rainbow Bridge.
Well, no. They have the cannon. You walk into the cannon, you go, boom, and it just shoots you. Yeah, can we just do something like that?
Just shoot you right out.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
And I land right in Nintendo Land.
I wonder if they could do gondolas like over the highway and stuff.
I don't know. It depends on, over the highway might be a problem. Like a walkway, like maybe even a large...
A super walkway?
How long would it be?
Oh, we're talking a couple miles.
Oh, then never mind. Never mind.
Dickerman and I walked from the Ticket and Transportation Center all the way around Bay Lake to the Contemporary.
I'm gonna have
we did the walk finally.
We did it.
We finally did it.
I'm so proud of you.
And look, that would probably be too long. But Jimmy and I, we decided to give it a shot, and it was a nice walk, to be honest.
I honestly want to go do the walk again. It was fun.
And I as long as you're able to do it like at the beginning of the day and you don't have a problem thinking you're going to get too tired like later in the day, it's what they tell us. It was going to be like 30 minutes.
Oh,
and it wasn't.
Yeah, if you walk with a limp, it's 30 minutes.
Yeah. So you start at Ticket and Transportation. You cut over to Polly, which there were signs. Yeah. Like Jimmy and I are like, I wonder if we can find it. And they're like, there's another sign. There's another sign.
Like you said, Disney is very good at putting signs up in directions. But
now, we did have a couple wrong turns, but we were trying to use our brains to figure it out instead of just letting them guide us.
Yeah. That was the mistake.
Because I'm like, well, we'll just follow the track of the monorail. No, you got to kind of follow the track of the lake, and then you just follow the signs. A little bit of construction of Polynesian, so it does make it. You got to
navigate
your eyes peeled a little bit for that.
Yeah.
We're talking 4.3 miles just along Universal Boulevard.
Never mind. Yeah, let's do a train. Let's do a monorail.
Honestly, doing the same kind of train they did for Harry Potter.
How about a bullet train? How about a bullet train?
Well, you could have something that goes a little bit faster than that. It doesn't have to go that slow.
What's the thing that Musk is talking about? Hyperloop?
Yeah, Hyperloop. I don't think we can do that in Florida.
That thing that goes like 200 miles an hour instantly?
Yeah, if we do that dig, we're in the ocean, I think.
No, you can have that above ground too.
Oh, yeah?
I think so.
Okay.
He knows what he's doing. I mean, he did have a rocket blow up the other day.
His rocket blows up every time. They're like, oh, it's no big deal. It's just a blow up. We'll try again.
This time it happened after it landed.
Yeah. But that walk from Magic Kingdom, Polynesian, Grand Floridian, and then you're there. It's easy. Yeah. Easy breezy. Super easy. Then Jimmy's like, at the end of the night, we're like, let's finish the walk. Let's just go over to Contemporary.
Oh, no.
Let's get the whole thing in.
Yeah, because we walked to Magic Kingdom. We went into Magic Kingdom, got some Dole Whip to celebrate the 50th birthday of the Orange Bird. Happy birthday, Orange Bird. And then we just walked over to Contemporary.
So would you say it's faster, more efficient than waiting for the monorail?
It's more peaceful. Mm-hmm. I don't know that it's faster. It's
how about this?
Faster.
At the end of the night, would it be faster?
I don't think you can use it at the end of the night because doesn't it close 30 minutes before the park does?
No, I think it closes 30 minutes after the park closes.
Okay, 30. Yeah, because they do close the path because they don't want to have to police that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at the end of the night, if it was just like, forget this, because you've seen that monorail line sometimes.
Or
it's
the
like
boat, too.
8,000 feet long. Yeah, you can just go out and do the walk. I mean, it's a walk, and if you're beat, it's going to be hard because you're tired, But
if the sun's down, it's just a nice stroll.
Yeah, I thought it was real nice. And I think once they finish that construction at Poly, it'll be even a little bit clearer, too.
Yeah, and if you get hungry, just stop at each hotel along the way.
You can. We actually stopped at all the hotels because Jimmy was on the hunt for an item, and we stopped at every hotel to check the gift shops.
Nice.
And we did find you got a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah,
Jimmy got a Rubik's Cube of Disney, the Disney Cube. That was inside of Contemporary. But once we were at the Contemporary, we just jumped on the monorail and took it back.
Yeah, because it's one stop from there.
That's
you
true.
can't walk from the Contemporary to the Ticket and Transportation. We did determine that.
Yes, that is correct.
There's a roadway with no sidewalks.
You learned that the hard way, didn't you?
No, Jimmy asked. Jimmy's one that always is me. I'm hard headed, and I'll just go figure it out myself. 8 hours later, I guess I should have asked somebody. Jimmy asked like an adult.
I Google search first just to make sure, and then people are talking about it's what the hang up with creating a pathway that way is. Ticket and Transportation Center is right there, and Poly's right next to it. Mm-hmm. It's probably like 2 miles between on the other side.
Oh, yeah. When we rode that monorail, I'm like, dude, this would have been a long walk.
Yeah.
You're going.
If you were walking that and you got caught in the weather, there's nowhere for you to,
there's no shade.
And the other problem is the road goes under the lake, right?
Yes. There's a tunnel that you have to go to because of the waterway for Bay Lake. Mm. How are you going to? You'd have to build something extra to make it so the pedestrians could walk through there, and that seems to me like extremely expensive.
Yes, and I'll tell you this in regards to the Contemporary right now, you cannot park there unless you're a hotel guest. Even if we did food reservations, we're going to go to eat at Contempo Cafe, and the lady's like, sorry, we have 2 of our lots are closed for construction right now, so you got to go park, you got to cancel your reservations or go park at Ticket and Transportation and come back. So yeah, I was like,
could I be
wow.
Well, you could not charge me then for canceling my resi?
They wouldn't have, but we ended up going to Ticket and Transportation, we made our way over there, but you can't park there right now even if you have food reservations, only if you're a hotel guest.
Yeah, kind of makes sense.
Yeah. So, but same thing. I don't know what the deal is with Polynesian. It's bananas over Polynesian.
It is.
Right?
Yeah.
I can't believe people are staying there because there's so much construction going on. Like we went in that lobby, the Grand Ceremonial Hall, and it was like a ghost town. We're like, welcome to our quiet little town.
Yeah.
They do have a full plate of events and things that are going on at that hotel. So if you're staying there, it's not like it's a ghost town. There's nothing going on. They do have games and stuff you can do outside on the ceremonial lawn.
Yeah, but it's certainly not the same as you usually walk in there. It's a bustling lobby.
No, because I don't even think Ohana's open right now.
It is not open.
Yeah, the bar is.
Yeah, the lounge right there is, and you can get your Trader Sam's mugs there because they have I forget what it was called, the Blue Surfer or something. But we even went down to the Trader Sam's entryway and looked at the sign.
Yeah.
No go.
But they could at least. I wonder if they're going to open up the outdoor bar.
I thought of that too, and I was like, I don't know why they wouldn't open that up. The only thing I can think of is Trader Sam's is so like got such a cult following. If you open up,
we know.
If you open up that outdoor bar, it's going to be bananas.
Yeah,
you're going to have to chase people away. So maybe right now with that construction going on, it's not a problem they want to tackle.
Yeah, we know there's people that have a cult following for it.
Yes.
We know.
All right. Well, if you want to check out the bonus podcast, it's going to be exclusive to thethemeparkpodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts. We're going to talk about, of course, our bracket that's going right now. We're going to talk about Jimmy and I. We made a trip out to the, what's it called again, Jimmy?
Property Control and Cast Connection.
Yes. We got some new items. We'll talk about our time out there, tell you how you can go out there and experience if you have the right connection. So check that out at thethemeparkpodcast.com. And, of course, keep up with us on social media at The Theme Park Podcast on both Facebook and Instagram, Theme Park Show on Twitter, and you can somehow find us on TikTok and YouTube, too.
YouTube, yes. TheThemeParkYouTube.com.
There you go, until we can get enough followers to get a proper handle right there. So please, if you can, follow us as well there as well. All right, for Jimmy D and Scott Harris, until next time, we'll see you out at the parks.
All right, let's take a 2-minute recess and then get right into it.
All right.
Only a 2-minute recess because I got to go grab something for Scotty.
I'm going to grab the mug.
Why you got to spoil things?
I know what
You mean the thing I paid you for?
You the $2?
The thing that I was like...
Did you mute the stream?
What's that? No, we got to let the stream... Oh,
All right,
here.
well, mind our P's and Q's then.
Here, I will mute it while I run it. Unmuted.
Hello again.
Hello again. All right.
So, now that we're all in place.
Podcast number 2.
Yeah.
All right.
The stream of consciousness, the bonus part.
The bonus. All right, here we go. Excuse me. Coming down in 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the bonus edition of this week's Theme Park Podcast. It's Dickerman, Jimmy D, and Scott Harris, all still here.
Yeah, the March 5th, 2021 bonus section.
There you go. Put the timestamp on it right there. For our bonus section this week, we thought we could talk a little bit about our bracketing contest, which is going on right now, but also Jimmy and I made a trip out. I got to go this time because Jimmy went a few weeks ago and he talked a little bit about it, to Property Control and what's it called?
Cast Connection.
Cast Connection. I don't know why.
One day you will remember.
This.
You were there.
I know. The name escapes me for some reason. A long name, but it's
an alliteration too. It's easy to remember.
It's a neat experience. I'll tell you that. It's almost like Disney Flea World. No?
I would say it's more like Disney Marshalls.
Disney Marshalls. Sure. Okay,
Disney
that makes
outlet?
sense. Yeah, like a crazy Disney outlet.
Yeah, it's like a Disney outlet, but it's so much. It's like the size of a Marshalls. It's enormous. And
So
they also sell food.
yeah, I was surprised by that. I wanted to almost buy some of those chicken nuggets and chicken tenders.
All the chicken nuggets and tenders that they sell all throughout the parks.
Yeah.
You can buy like a 5-pound bag of that there.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a one meal for him.
Bring it home. How many is gonna eat?
What do we
Bring it
have?
home.
What do we have today? Nuggets again.
Nuggets. We're having some nuggets. So here's the deal with this location. You have to go with a cast member. You can't just go in. It's not open to the general public. But if you have a friend, which I know so many people do, you know somebody or somebody that knows somebody that works for the Walt Disney Corporation. So if you know somebody, they can take you in and you can shop there. And things change weekly, right, James?
Daily.
Daily.
Daily. There are new things brought in every single day.
But you were surprised to see they still had the thing that we got that we both love, the hoodie backpack.
Yeah, the quick flip Avengers backpack.
You guys were not shutting up about these the other day at lunch.
They're so excited. It's a hoodie that turns into a backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Dickerman brought it with him, and he wore it. We both brought him, and we both used them as book bags the whole day. We didn't even sweatshirt them up yet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, not until the end of the night when we drove back because we had the top down of the Jeep. So when we drove back, we put them on.
A little chilly, yes.
Yeah, but I never even saw those in the parks. There's actually, I saw a ton of stuff there that I've never seen in the park. I think some stuff comes from California, right?
I have seen stuff in there from Disneyland. I've seen stuff in there from pretty much across the globe.
Oh, yeah. And the cruise, a lot of cruise stuff. Oh, my God, so much 2020 stuff. I was surprised the 2020 stuff might have even been a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, the Disney Marathon stuff for 2020, it was, I guess it just hit the shelves there.
Oh, yeah.
And they have their, it's so crazy.
The Magic Bands. They had the 2020 Disney Marathon Magic Bands. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, they were $34.99 originally, down to $7.99.
Yeah. Just a ton. I mean, tons and tons of stuff. Jimmy ended up finding, we both did. I could not convince myself to get this. The Jedi robes. Remember the Jedi robes?
Yeah, they still sell them.
Yeah. I mean, these were, they're expensive.
They are, yes.
They were a lot less there.
They were 50% off.
Oh!
Yeah.
I might have to make a trip out.
Do you remember when the NBA first brought the playoffs to the bubble, and Disney came out with that Magic Band set?
Yeah.
It's $100.
Wow.
Yeah. There was Tommy Bahama pullovers. They're normally $125. It was $44.99.
Yeah, something like
for that. Yeah, just crazy deals. You can't believe how much money you're saving by going to this place. But I mean, it's
there's a reason why.
And it's a matter of what you find. Kind of like when you shop at a Marshalls or something like that. It's just like you find these golden things. You never know. And it depends on who you are and what you like, of course. What you might find there and what might jump out at you. I'm like, oh my gosh! And I'm digging through. I didn't really find anything for myself for the most part, other than that Doug mug, which I was super super excited to find because I looked at that in the park a million times. I can't spend $16 or whatever on a coffee cup. I've got too many coffee cups. I found it there for $6. How do I say no at that point?
Exactly.
And then, end of the day, we're done. I'm like, okay, I think I've looked through everything. I found one more rack to look through, and I found the Doug shirt I'm wearing today. And
How many years have you looked at that shirt?
Oh, forever. They used to have a Heather Gray one. I don't really like Heather Gray because I feel like your armpit sweat always shows through a Heather Gray too easy. So this is not. This is blue. It's a different shirt, and I've always wanted this particular shirt, and there it was in my size. And then I found a Galaxy's Edge shirt too that I had seen in the parks. I'm like, I love that shirt, but beyond what I normally pay for something because I'm cheap.
And this shirt on my back, every time I'd go into, it's a DJ Rex t-shirt, and every time I'd go into the Droid Depot in that little shopping area, I'd see this shirt, and I'm just like, man, I want that shirt, but I can't. Today's not the day to spend the money on a t-shirt.
See, that's the thing, because you guys were talking about new shirts. I'm like, I feel like I've seen that shirt so much that I just assume you have it because I know how much you love DJ Rex.
I love DJ Rex, and then it's also got these early 90s
color scheme, yeah.
My South Florida, Miami color scheme, which I love.
Miami
absolutely
subs.
Love. Yeah, well, yeah.
Miami subs represent.
Miami subs, yeah. Is that still around?
Not here.
No.
There was one. The last holdout was over there by that fondue place over in Longwood, but I think it's gone now.
Oh, it was still there? Oh, wow. I didn't know it was still there. I figured the only place that restaurants that still live that are dead everywhere else usually is in the tourist districts. They were still a Shoney's there last I heard. I don't know if there is or isn't.
Before the pandemic, there's still a Friendly's there.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can get their ice creams and everything. It was awesome.
Yeah, I always wonder, when there's one left, I'm like, well, how do you get the stuff? Where do you guys get your materials? Because there's no other Friendly. So
Cisco,
we just put a Friendly sticker over it.
Maybe I don't know.
Usually it's exclusive type of mercise or materials, I guess, for the food.
Oh, for Zoli's.
I was going to say, speaking of us talking about
that? When is that?
16th.
No, the one in Claremont, I think, is the 12th.
No, the picture you posted said the 16th.
Does it? Let me double check.
If there's one thing I know, it's breadsticks.
I definitely.
Whatever day it is, because I thought it was the same day that we're going to movies.
That could be. I want to go see if Fazoli still lives up to the old hype, because I remember Fazoli's back in the day, man. You get those breadsticks.
Oh yeah,
spaghetti.
and if you're right, it is 3/16/21. Get ready for spaghetti.
That's the same day you guys are going to movies?
No, we're going on the 12th. So this is the
12th.
following week.
Okay. All right.
Looks like Jacksonville. I've got Jacksonville.
Oh, for a
Miami subs.
Miami subs?
Hollywood, Miami.
Oh, well, good thing it's still in Miami.
Deerfield Beach. I don't even know where that is.
I don't even know if Miami subs was good. I don't even remember. Was it good?
I don't know that I ever ate there. I just saw the sign.
One of my first dates with my wife, not like a date, like we went out to a Miami subs, I remember, like early on in our relationship. I don't remember much about it. She thought the cashier was eyeballing me.
Oh. And you're just like, no, I'm eyeballing food.
Did she threaten her?
No, that's what she told me.
Or him?
I just remember. It's just a story I remember.
Guys, there's one on Earl Bronson Highway.
Oh, in Kissimmee, see? Tourist area. There you go.
And
I might go.
hang on.
Wait, isn't that the Turnpike?
Earl Bronson? No, that's just like
192
one of them roads. Yeah, it might be 192. Yeah.
Allegedly, there's one on 441 near Edgewater.
Huh.
That's really close.
I know.
We should go there. We should go and see if it's good or see if it's sketchy. Like in Apopka, there's like this Sobix, and I'm like, how does this Sobix stays open? I've never seen a car there. Like it's only Sobix I know of in the planet.
I know. I used to love Sobek subs too.
I appreciate that they do their sizes differently there. Because they didn't do like 6 and 8 inches or 8 and 12.
I don't know. I haven't been in so long, and I'm scared to go to that one that nobody goes to because I don't want to be the one guy there.
We could order online for the Kissimmee location.
What?
Yeah.
For Sobeks or for
Miami subs?
For Miami subs, yeah.
I'm going to check that out later.
Oh, the Orange Blossom Trail one is coming soon.
Oh, so they're opening a new one.
They're still opening them.
We're
yeah.
getting a Miami subs. All right.
But just
it's
to,
the 90s again. We get a Fazoli's and a Miami subs.
What else can we ask for?
just to clarify, they are not
Rex.
called Miami subs anymore.
What are they called?
Miami Grill.
Okay.
You got to rebrand every now and then.
You remember when Boston Market used to be Boston Chicken?
No.
I do kind of remember that, yeah.
No.
It's probably before your time.
Probably.
Anyhow, if you want to go to property control and buy some stuff, you got to find a Disney cast member to take you.
Yes.
But once you're in, you're good to purchase whatever you want, and you never know what you're going to find. You know what they had there that I was surprised by, Scott? A lot of Black Widow stuff.
Yeah. Black Widow stuff for the movie that has not come out yet is already hit clearance there, and they've come out with new Black Widow stuff in the stores.
I was going to say, because I was just at DHS, and I'm like, oh, look, there's the Black Widow section again.
I was hopeful. I didn't tell Jimmy this. I was hopeful to find some Cara Dune stuff there. I'm like, well, maybe they're just going to put it in and just get rid of it, because you can't find it.
I thought you were about to say, I was hopeful they'd just have DVDs of Black Widow sitting around.
No, oh yeah, here's a Blu-ray before the movie's out. No, I was just hopeful because
Spaceballs.
they had a few of the Black series inside the Contemporary or shopping in there. I'm like, well, maybe they just clearanced them out. They just stuck them in there just because they want to get rid of them. But no such luck unless somebody just saw them, picked them all up, and just put them on eBay for 18 times the price.
Yeah.
Well, everybody saw that, and
Yeah. That's what happens. That's how it goes. Supply and demand. That's the way it goes. When the supply runs out, the demand raises up. I missed out on that situation, but
somebody passed Economics 101.
yeah, they had a lot of cool, fun stuff in there. It's stuff you never seen before. I saw a full-on Darth Vader dress for the ladies. They had that there. I almost bought a Kevin. They had a pretty big size Kevin.
We should have. They had. The Star Wars pants I had. They had more of them because it's our universe, which is
Ashley Eckstein's. Yeah.
Yeah, it's her gender neutral line because she has her universe, which is just for girls or women, and then she's got the our universe to loop in the guys a little bit. They had more of the guys' pants, and it would have fit you. I should have thought to get that.
Oh yeah, they were like size small, right?
Yeah,
a lot of smalls. If you're a small person, they had a lot of smalls there. I'll tell you that.
You would clean up, and they had stuff that we were like. We looked at each other and were like, Scott could pull this off.
Oh, they had the button-down Doug shirt that I want so badly, but I wouldn't spend, $60 or $70 when it was new, but it was only in small.
I would only wear that around you guys just to annoy you.
Just to bug us with the Doug.
Would you wear a tank top, a Star Wars tank top that had all different colors, lightsabers going up it?
No, I can't pull off tank tops.
Really?
I'm not a tank top guy.
You can pull off
like
the
a tank
colors,
top
but not
guy.
the tank top. Jimmy shows me, I'm like, I can't pull off those colors. It's a little too bright for me.
Yeah.
Well, no. What would be too bright is your flesh if it ever saw the sun.
That's true.
That's the same way right there.
Yeah, that's all true.
By the way, can I quickly bring up? You brought up Kevin, your buddy. He's going to Shanghai Disneyland.
Oh, they're gonna bring some sort of an up thing there.
Yeah.
What are they gonna have? What's it gonna be?
Kevin.
Just the bird? He's just going to
The
be...
giant Kevin.
He's just going to wander around?
Yes.
Okay.
Just like he does here.
Have you seen a bird?
I wonder if that movie was as big in that part of the world, because different thing translates differently. So I wonder how that is viewed in that portion of the world. I don't know.
I still can't believe neither of you have seen it. Well, I still can't believe you haven't seen him.
Is he still at Animal Kingdom?
No, he's going to China.
But what? Well, I thought we still had one here.
Well, I don't know how many of those they have.
Okay.
It's a very rare bird.
It is true. That old man spent his entire life looking for him. Meanwhile, Carl and Russell found him
in 20 minutes.
By accident.
of getting there, yeah. The old man never thought to use chocolate as bait. Come on, man. What kind of tracker are you?
Yeah, and FYI, don't feed birds chocolate.
No, you probably shouldn't feed birds chocolate.
Feed it to Dickerman.
All right, but yeah, it is recommended to go check it out. And I didn't know. I've driven by it a million times.
I thought it was recommended to feed you chocolate.
No, yeah, well, that too.
Yeah.
Property Control, located right over kind of near Western Way if you come in from 429.
Yeah. The cast members will help you if you have a friend.
If you got a friend that can get you there, worth a trip out there from time to time. You want to talk about this, the bracket of
let's talk about the bracket.
Forgotten lands?
The thing that we were searching for, that's all we talked about last week, was my wife's pants.
Oh, yes.
The pants have been procured.
Good.
And yes, and we are thankful to the individuals that help you procure those pants. And we're thankful to the individuals, the Midnight Rider, let's say. He got us in to Property Control and Cast Connection. Yeah. Oh, one more thing I should mention. Inside Cast Connection, they have some exclusive items that are not discounted, but they're exclusive to Cast, so regular people can't buy them. And they had an Up backpack. That was really cool. I had seen it in the park before. I'm like, where'd this guy get this? You can't even Google it and find it. And it turns out it's a cast member exclusive.
Yeah, it's a Loungefly, like straight up book bag like you have here on the floor. And it just has like a pattern of all the different characters from Up on it.
Yeah, everybody's on it.
Nice.
So and they had a whole bunch of different, cast exclusive things there.
Really quickly, I did Rise of Resistance last weekend.
And?
It's
been breaking down a lot again.
Yeah, we ran into that. Well, we didn't get 7 a.m., but then we got the 1 o'clock when we were in the park. So it's like, guess we're going to stay for the rest of the day. But then the ride, we got our call time back. Ride broke down, went to go do Toy Story, came back, and it was back open, so we were able to go. We were the only group in the holding cell.
Oh, wow.
And we were, so both cars, we were just the only people in there.
Wow. That's cool. I'm going to try and do it on Sunday. We're going to see if we get 7 a.m. Amanda's going to go out. This is going to be her first time to Galaxy's Edge, I believe.
Oh, wow. It's going to be a fun experience for her. Hopefully weather cooperates.
God. It's supposed to be like 70 degrees on Sunday and perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
She's going to nerd out.
Oh, my God. She's not going to know what to do with herself. She's going to be going crazy.
Yeah, park was a little crowded, sort of. But
the Hollywood Studios have been crowded.
It is, but it isn't. Like, because later on in the day, a bunch of things like Toy Story was a walk-on. Because Mickey and Minnie was a walk-on.
We park hopped to Hollywood Studios that day that we went to Cast Connection, and it was like an hour and a half before the park closed, and it was still bananas crazy busy in there.
That's during the week, yeah.
Yeah, we got
on a Thursday.
We got a Mickey and Minnie about 15 though. That wasn't bad. About 15 minutes to get on Mickey and Minnie that time.
Okay.
I think it said 25, but I think it took about 15.
It felt like forever.
I don't want to wait in a line. Bring back Fast Pass.
No, I don't want Fast Passes. I just want small attendance.
That too.
Bring back 15% capacity.
So
Jimmy gave me a hard time for bringing a sandwich in. He's like, "You're going to put him out of business. This guy wants 15% capacity over here."
So let's talk about the bracket.
Okay, yes, let's talk about the bracket. This is our forgotten theme parks or forgotten attractions.
Orlando attractions
or expired
that don't exist anymore.
Extinct. Yeah, all those words.
Yeah. Poor Green Meadows. They never stood a chance.
Yeah, what were they up against?
Terror on Church Street.
Yeah, that was,
That's a tomato can.
Sometimes I would put together brackets for various things. I won't mention what they were at this time. I would weight them a certain way to where, there was like these just complete dominations in round one.
But
that's how it is in real brackets.
One thing that we talked about extensively, Watermania. Oh,
it's getting crushed.
Yeah,
but you put it up against something good though.
It's Disney Quest.
Oh, when I looked,
I feel like more people went to Watermania than Disney Quest.
They did, but I still voted for Disney Quest.
Aren't you the one that poo-pooed all over Disney Quest? And you voted for that?
And I still voted for it.
See, that was the only one where I was torn That was the only one where I had to really like sit back and like.
When I considered my water parks, I'm like, it's Wet and Wild and River Country are my two top. You know, Water Mania falls to a third.
This is how I know the popularity of this person is so strong. Dolly Parton is putting up a fight against River Country.
Huh. A lot of people probably went to Dolly Parton's Dixie Stampede, I would imagine.
I went twice at least.
I never went.
I think I went twice as well.
But River Country, I feel like, is forgotten. It's like old man stuff like me and, you know.
Do you guys still have the boots? You'd go in that first room and they give you a boot for your drink and it was a souvenir you get to take home with you?
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, I don't think I still have mine.
Yeah, we got rid of ours, I think, just a couple of years ago. Because it's like you get too many cups. You just gotta.
Yes.
That's how I was looking at my coffee cups today. Now that we had it dug into the mix, I'm like, all right, somebody's got to go.
One in, one out.
Action, you're out of here.
Oh.
How I ended up with that.
Circus World. Nope. Losing to Cypress Gardens.
I voted for Circus World.
Did you?
Yeah, that was my vote.
Pleasure Island's beating Boardwalk and Baseball.
Can I vote again?
No.
Only one vote per round?
Once per round.
Oh, man.
Yeah. How'd you think
You
it
can't
would
be
work?
tainting the results.
I know. I understand that Pleasure Island will beat Boardwalk and Baseball, but for me, Boardwalk and Baseball is the winner.
Oh, and can we tease what the prize is?
Without saying what it is?
Yes.
It's tickets to a theme park.
That's ocean-based?
That's it.
Okay.
You gave a lot of information there.
Yes.
What? I don't see what you're talking about.
Okay. What else do we have there in the is that everybody? Is that everybody?
Arabian Nights and Mystery Funhouse are really duking it out.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Mystery Funhouse would run away with it.
Skull Kingdom is running away with it against Splendid China.
I could see that.
Really?
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, I could see that.
It's just on par with Terror on Church Street.
Skull Kingdom was cool looking too.
It was amazingly cool looking.
A giant skull. It was like you were walking into He-Man's castle.
Splendid China had the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, I never went there. I don't know. I don't know what the attendance was like for Splendid China.
It's not around anymore, so that should be an indicator.
Yeah. And it was run, like we talked about this last week, it was run partially or wholly by just bear with me, the Chinese government, right?
Correct.
They've got plenty of money. Like, if it wasn't making money, they could, I'll just keep it going. So I don't know if it was like making zero money or like, I don't know.
It was run by the China Travel Service.
Okay.
Basically, or as they called it, Florida Splendid China.
Okay. I mean, it was basically a thing to say, hey, visit China. Like you see.
Do you want to know how much money it was losing a year?
Please.
$9 million.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the reason why.
Yeah, you got all the money in the world, but if you're losing $9 million a year, it's like, okay, this isn't working out. I get the idea, I get the concept, but
That's a really fun, cool concept.
Yeah, to try and not only take you to almost like a steroid up version of Epcot, for that one particular land.
By the way, we were talking about the crowds in the parks. I have a new rule when it comes to being at Disney.
Mm-hmm.
If the line exits the themed area, I'm not getting in it.
It's probably a pretty good idea.
If Slinky Dog is all the way to One Man's Dream, I'm not getting in that line.
Okay.
It's too far.
I got on to Flight of Passage's line in the queue for the Lion King show.
Oh, no!
And the wait was probably 45 minutes. It was not bad. But then I went back 2 days later and we just walked on like 3 times. So
Yeah. It's almost like, the line looks long. Go do something else, come back, and it'll probably be shorter.
It's almost like theme park roulette ride now.
Yeah.
Right now, like you can go, like doesn't matter what day. There's no rhyme or reason to where the crowds are going to be heavier. You'll be there on a weekday and it's busy. Be there on a weekend and it's quiet. It's like why? And then like certain rides, it's like no rhyme or reason.
The only rides that I've never seen go down are Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror.
I've seen Rock and Roller Coaster go down. Tower of Terror I have not, and Pirates of the Caribbean constantly stays long. It seems like.
Oh, weird, yeah.
Always long as Pirates of the Caribbean, but I've seen Rock and Roller Coaster down at 15. We've actually ridden it at 15. Have you done it?
I haven't. No, because it was into the Phantasmic.
Yeah, you got to jump on it just to go on that different side entrance that I'd never seen.
I want
before.
to, but I'm not going to wait where they have to break the line up.
Yeah.
Across a walkway.
But that's what happened with me when I tried to do Tower of Terror. It was like, nope, it's like back there. I'm like, I'd never even walked back there before. I'm not getting in line back there.
You're right about like the lines and the queues and stuff, because we went on Flight of Passage. We actually walked up to the actual entrance and just walked onto the ride. And then we came off and we tried to go back onto that line. And they're like, where are you guys going? We're like, we want to get back on the ride. And she's like, oh, you got to go over there. And I was like, oh, there's a line now? And she's like, yeah, it happens. So we actually had to go find the guy that's holding like the staff,
sign,
the staff of Ra that says, this is the end of the line.
That one is really hard to find on Mickey and Minnie for me sometimes. I'm like, where the heck is that damn sign?
Yeah, which I saw the sign and it reminded me of one of my
and it
favorite
opened up your eyes?
cosplays that I've ever seen at MegaCon.
Yep.
Was before Galaxy's Edge
Great
even
sign.
opened, was the guy dressed as a cast member with the sign that said Galaxy's Edge line starts here.
That was great.
Yes,
he crushed it.
That guy was at Celebration in Chicago, I think.
Good. Just get in line in Chicago. Back to the bracket. How do people go and vote if they want to vote? What's the best way?
TheThemeParkPodcast.com. It's right there on our page, or just go to our Facebook page. It's pinned to the top.
Okay, and if you, like I said, if you go from mobile and you're seeing some trouble, just open it in your browser as opposed to Facebook, because
Correct.
Facebook kind of
And it makes it a little wonky.
makes it a little wonky and a little harder to see.
Yes.
We got some comments in the chat room.
Okay, well, if you, feel free.
John Self says he apologizes, but sorry, guys, I do not like the River Country. So that's why he's voting
Did
against.
he go? I guess he went.
I guess.
How do you go and not like it, I wonder? All right.
We just straight up had a bad time.
We should continue that conversation on social media with him to find out.
Yeah, and then somebody's asking about where the squirrel cam is, and unfortunately, due to technical difficulties and running out of time, I just said, you know what? We're going to skip the squirrel cam for this week.
Which, it's the one day I see a million squirrels running around.
But they aren't over.
Were they over there?
Feeder,
No,
Oh.
they're just running along the
Maybe
fence
you
and
need
climbing.
different squirrel food.
That's what I think. Well, it's the
You should have
weirdest
bought
thing.
those chicken nuggets. You let him buy all the chicken nuggets.
I don't think do squirrels eat proteins like
No, I
that.
don't think so. I don't think they eat meat.
Processed.
Unless they accidentally eat you when they bite you because they're blind.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you try and feed a squirrel, they'll bite you because they can't see well. You didn't know that? By hand?
You're making stuff up.
That's true.
Anyways, so you just totally derailed us. The original squirrel feeder I had there, the squirrels loved it and they went nuts. But it was made of wood, and it's been a couple of years, so it was kind of weathered, and they had chewed up, like where the plexi comes down to hold it, they had chewed up all the wood off of the side, so it didn't look great. So I replaced it with a steel one, and then with the steel one, I could slap a magnet on it and all that other stuff, and it would stay clean and pristine. They don't seem to like the steel one as much because I'm still finding leftover food at the end of the day. And
Who'd have thought squirrels would be picky about their food options?
yeah, the dispenser. Like I can't keep them out of the freaking bird feeder, but
Yeah.
they don't want this one that's made specifically for them. So I don't know. I'm gonna try some like other squirrel food that is more palatable because they seem to really like the peanuts.
All right. Well, we'll try some peanuts next week, and maybe bring back the squirrel feeder.
Yeah, we'll do squirrel cam next week.
Yes. Oh, and our time might be different next week. We don't actually know.
We don't know.
We
Yeah.
don't know. So keep up on the social media, I guess, to find out when next week's show will be, because it'll still air at the same time on the radio, but as far as a live stream, it might be different.
Yes. John Self says he went 3 times to
Whoa!
River Country
Wow.
3 times.
Show off.
and still does not like River Country.
Okay, well, I can't argue. If you went and you experienced it, you come away with your own thoughts.
What's River Country going up against?
I knew you were
It was
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton, yeah.
Yeah. People
How
love-
about Dolly Parton at River Country? That'd be a scene.
If they would have had buffaloes at River
yeah, or
Country, I think-
ostriches or something.
Yeah, exactly. All right. You guys ready to wrap this up then?
Yep.
All right, well, keep up. Vote in the bracket contest, please, and understand you'll be in the running for a prize. It's a good one. TheThemeParkPodcast.com, or like Scott said, you can find it pinned at the top of the Facebook page as well. Of course, on social media, give us a follow. On Facebook and Instagram, it's at The Theme Park Podcast. Twitter, it's Theme Park Show. YouTube currently is...
The Theme Park, YouTube.com.
And what's the stupid TikTok? What is it?
The Theme Park Podcast.
At the Theme Park Podcast on TikTok. There. You can go there as well. All right, for Jimmy D, for Scott Harris, I'm Dickerman.
All
Until
right,
next
old man.
time, we'll see.
Scream at the clouds while you're at it.
We'll see you out at the parks.